Hello students, this is Mr. Anderson. I'm going to teach you how to draw your title block template. This is going to be a quick and easy one. Okay, what you do is you draw in the model space, and since what we're going to be drawing, on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, since it's 8.5, and of course the instructions that Mr. Doty has made up for the template directions for CAD-100 and for, well, it was CAD-10, it's CAD-103 now, but it was CAD-100 way back when, and of course for CAD-200 you are required to use this same template, this title block. But we're going to start off, it says to make the drawing, your title block edges, the frame of your title block, a 1/4 inch on each side. So you got 4 sides, it's going to be a total of a 1/2 inch on each. So if you've got an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, it's going to be 8 inches by 10.5 inches. So we're going to make a line 8 inches, enter. Now we're going to go 10.5, enter. I'm going to go back up 8, enter, and we're going to close it. Now, next thing we're going to do is make the bottom area for our name, date. We're going to use offset. Offset is a really cool thing. You tell it how far to make it, which on this is going to be 0.375. Enter. I'm going to select the object. We're going to offset that one. I'm going to bring him up. And there it is already. Look at that. Then we have to make the little lines that separate our name from the date. So I'm just going to draw that here. Okay, that's going to be what we're going to be offsetting. The first one, if I can find my sheet, the first one is 2.5 inches. So 2.5, enter. Going to select, tell it where to go. There it goes, right there. The next one is going to be 1.25, enter. Pick it, tell it where to go. Next one is 1 inch. So 1, enter. Pick it, tell it what side you want it to be on. We just keep doing that. I think this is going to be the last one. I'm going to tell it to be 4 inches. Enter. And there we go. Now, this is the fun part. Text. Single line. I think we're going to start right there. And I'm going to say your name here. I think that's just fine as long as it's not on a tombstone. It's a nice place to have your name. And then what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit. I'm going to copy. Now I know some of it's not going to fit, but hey, we're still going to copy. Because then we can go back and edit, and everything will be right in line. So this is going to be class, this one. Just double click on it, it activates it. Date. And you can do, say today is September 1st, so 1 SCP 2017. Yeah, just scoot it over if you wanted to, or we can do 9/1/2017. That seems to fit. That looks better. Next. This is the important one. Assignment. I'd like to know what on earth you're grading. You know, what you're turning in, what you think you're turning in. And this one is the most important of all. And we'll go about this one in our next video. I may show you real quick on this one, who knows. Now, that's all done. Now remember, we're still in the model space. So next, we are going to go up to the clipboard and we're going to copy. And we're going to do this right here. Select all. We're going to go to Layout 1. Down here at the tab. Come on. Layout 1. I want you, Layout 1. No, I did copy. Come on. Let's do it this way. There we go. Now, we're going to paste. And looky there. Just remember, the dashed line going around this is probably your printer limits. Okay? And there we go. Now, this thing in the middle with the grid line, that's your viewport. When you get something back from me that says, scale your viewport, sometimes it's all in capital letters. It's because I'm trying to get a point across. Did you see what I just did there? I activated the viewport by clicking one time on the edge, and then I drew those. I just pulled one corner to up here, one corner down there. See how pretty that is? Okay, well, see how normal that is. Now, to activate your viewport, you double click. Notice how it all turned bold around that box. We don't want the viewport to be down here into the text area because that's just messy. Down here, see this number 1.192165? If I click that, we're going to have a list of scales. See scale to fit? We never use that. Never use that. Unless I say it's okay. This is 1 to 1, also known as full scale. 1 to 2, which is known as half scale. 1 to 4, quarter scale. We can go on and on and on. Then you got 2 to 1. That makes everything twice as big. 4 to 1, 4 times as big. 8 to 1, that's 8 times as big as it normally is. That was reserved for screws and little bitty things that you need magnifying glasses or reading glasses to see if you're old like me. And then you've got like, well, all these big ones. I hate to think what size paper I'd need something to draw 100 to 1. And then down here you've got your architectural scales. Okay? These are all architectural scales. So if you're drawing a house, property, boundaries, pieces for a house, a kitchen, whatever, use one of these. And use one that fits well. Then you have custom. Now this is a really cool one that you're going to eventually need to use. And I'm going to show you how to make a metric scale. Click on custom. Okay, there we go. We click add. We're going to name it metric. And then with the drawing units, we're going to make 25.4. Okay. Okay. And we're done. Now, when we want to scale something to a metric scale, we click metric. And see that? That's what we drew in our inches for our title block. But if we wanted to see what it looked like in millimeters instead of inches, that's what we would have. That's how big it would be. That is 8 millimeters by 10.5 millimeters. And then, whenever you draw something metric, you go up here to your text, and in the block, you type in the word metric and go up here to line. Actually, we're going to go to box. We're going to draw a rectangle. Oh, I had metric. Okay. Let me undo that. Let's try this again. See, even the instructor messes up sometimes. What we should do when we draw the word metric in there, we need to deactivate See, I'm trying to show off my mad skills, and I mess up. But that's okay. We're all human. Look at that. That's the same size as that right there, which that's mighty fine. Go up here, going to draw a rectangle around it. And that's a good spot for it to be. Now, anytime you draw something metric, 99% of the time, at least in my classes, it's going to be full or 1:1, 1:1, full size. 1 meter equals 1 meter. 1 millimeter equals 1 millimeter. Also, 1 inch equals 1 inch, but we won't need that on there. Now, I'm going to activate that and watch what happens with the letters with the metric box. We're going to scale this in different sizes. Look at that, it stays the same. That's because it's on the paper space and not in the viewport. Okay. 1 to 20 and 1 to 30 is a good way to tell if something's supposed to be a metric size, because it is right in between, because we made it 1 equals 25.4. So it's just a hair over 25 millimeters for it to be an inch. So anyway, that is how you scale a drawing. And that would be set up for metric. There's lots of other things we'll go over, but since this is my very first video to show you guys how to do something, I'm sorry it took so long, but hey, I'm a newbie. You guys have fun. Again, if you have any questions, have trouble, call me. My phone number's in the syllabus. Text me. That same phone number is my cell phone. It's in the syllabus. Email me. That's also in the syllabus. I send out announcements almost constantly, trying to get you guys squared away. I want to see you guys succeed. No reason why you can't make an A in the class. So if you have questions, have issues, have something going wrong, call me. I'm here. Thanks again, and happy drafting.